Yo, what's going on, everybody? I am going live now, and I figured it's 4:01. I might as well start. I said I'd start at 4 o'clock, but a lot of things are happening today, and time management is not on my side right now. So I'm trying, but things are working out. Luckily, I was only 1 minute late, but we're gonna get to it. I'm going to be reading your comic today. There are 3 that got sent in to me today. One of them is called Pure White. The other one, hold on, I had a list up right here. It's called Pure White. It's going to be the next chapter of Cyborg Vega. It's the second webcomic that gets sent in to me. And also Offline Manga. I'm not sure if that's the title, but that's the only thing that I saw. So I figured that's what it was, and we're just going to go with that. However, I did want to make a few announcements before I get into everything. The first thing I want to say was in regards to Summer of Manga. Give me 1 second. Let me move that. Boom. Yes, Summer of Manga. Right here, guys. If you go to Saturday-am.com, you can see this on the banner. And then once you click it, it'll go to this screen. And when you go to this screen, you will be able to get all of the information in regards to how you can send a pitch in to us. I've said this in the previous videos and a lot of other, like tweets and stuff, but Saturday AM Summer of Manga is an event. It's where you get to pitch us your idea, and, we look at it and we say, we like this, let's move to the next step. Then there's an editor that actually looks at your stuff and says, hey, let's change this or let's make it better. And I don't know, it's just an entire experience. You have deadlines, we tell you exactly how many pages. There's a lot that goes into it. So if you were thinking, hey, I'm gonna draw this 20-page comic and then just send it to us, it's not gonna work like that. So I highly recommend going to the website Saturday-am.com and then going to the Summer of Manga tab. Once you do that, you'll scroll down and you can see this right here. It says submit here. It'll bring you to this giant survey. You'll fill out all of this, and then you just gotta wait until we get reach back out to you. So far, I've been told that we've had more than 200 submissions, so I'm not necessarily sure exactly how many people we're going to be picking for this particular issue. I'm not in control over that entire process. So in case you guys were gonna reach out to me or ask me to, I don't know, give you some type of recommendation, I'm not gonna do that, 1. And 2, I don't have, like I said, I don't have control over anything that happens when it comes to Summer of Manga. However, if you guys do want help from me, I have created 2 products. This is right here, the Summer of Manga. I'm sorry. This right here is the 4-step guide to create a comic. And then right here is these creation cards. I actually just came up with this product a few weeks ago, and it's pretty cool. It's just a printable PDF. You actually print out 10 pages, and you just cut out each card. There's 80 different cards, and it has a bunch of different questions on it, so that way if you guys want to create a character or flesh out a character fully, this might help you. It might not be the best tool in the universe to make you a master at creating characters, but it definitely will give you 80 questions that can help you flesh out your character. So definitely check that out. The link should be inside the description below. But yeah, let's get to it. Last thing I want to say was also on this website, I haven't seen it yet, but I know it should be coming up soon. Where is it? Usually if you go to the latest news tab, you can see everything that's going on. For instance, this actually came out 6 days ago. And it's pretty cool. It talks about Summer Manga and everything. But soon rather than later. This is actually a this was the interview that Fred had with a podcast a few days ago. So definitely, go check this out. This is pretty cool. There's a bunch of other content on our website as well, so I highly recommend it if you guys, have, if you just want to know more about Saturday AM, or if you just want to go down a rabbit hole and find out everything about us, this is a great way to do it. Right here, you can go to see where you can buy this character creation cards and everything. So definitely go check out our website. Has a lot of information, but soon I assume it'll be within the next day or two. We should have a map or some type of list that's gonna like list out every single Walmart that our books are at. I'm not sure exactly where it is or where it will be, but definitely come back and check and see, so that way you guys can get your own copy at Walmart. Or you can just go check your local Walmart right now. Maybe it's already there, maybe it isn't. You know, you can also go to Amazon and purchase it there, and there's a bunch of other places. We're in a lot of comic book stores as well. We're trying to expand on that. We're in some libraries. You know, Gun Hill actually just came out at the beginning of this month, if I'm not mistaken. Hammer Volume 3 came out last month, which, by the way, if you guys had purchased this, thank you very much. I truly appreciate it. Please leave a review. Also on Volume 2, because that only has a few reviews, so I would like some reviews on Volume 2. If you could do that, that'd be great. But, yeah, you know, this is, hold on, let me show you cool image. This is cool little image inside of Volume 3 Hammer. So, yeah, definitely go check this out if you guys are interested. Volume 4 should be coming out later on this year, alongside of the other book I'm working on, that I worked on called... it was a Rick and Morty manga. Comes out with Warner Brothers and Oni Press. But back to Saturday AM. There's also Apple Black that comes out. Apple Black Volume 3 that comes out next month. I'm super excited. I think that should be coming out around the time Free Comic Book Day comes out. Free Comic Book Day, whenever that event starts, is when Volume 3 of Apple Black should also be out. So if you guys travel to North Carolina, where me, White Manga, Raymond Brown, and also Frederick L. Jones will all be in North Carolina in a bunch of different locations, but it's the Ultimate Comics location. If you go there, you can get maybe an autograph from one of us, as well as also hang out and all that. I believe I'll be in a mall. I'm not really sure exactly like the address of all of these places yet, so keep an eye out. Definitely check our website, because we always update that and it has all the information. But we're gonna get to it. This is the first person that we're gonna talk about. Let's do this. This is Manic Manga. I actually remember I saw this dude. He came to one of the other. I'm sorry. He came to one of our other live events that we had. I believe it was a few months ago. It was in February, and this is a pretty cool person. This dude. And there was a few other people that he was hanging out with. They came to like all of our events, and they just showed a lot of really cool support. So if you're watching this, I'm not sure exactly if you are. I remember you messaged me and said that you had some other stuff that you had to do, so you might be watching this later. So thank you. I appreciate you. Just being a supporter of mine. I appreciate that. Before I get into this, let me see if there's any comments, and then we'll get into that. So give me 1 second. Also, it looks like there are 6 people watching. First off, thank you very much. I truly appreciate it. Please put a like on this video so that way the algorithm can do its thing. Let me know if you guys want me to do this, but probably by the end of this entire show, after I read these 3 comics, I was thinking about trying to react to, maybe a few TikToks, maybe something that's really funny. And I've been thinking more and more about, like, this show and what I want it to be and how I want to, like, try to, just like kind of evolve it. And I keep on coming back to, reaction videos. I like reading your comics and reacting to those. So I still want to do that, but I think, adding more video content would be good as well. So if you guys have a video that you would like me to react to, you can also, send me a DM for that as well. But your comics are always welcome. I'll put you on the list and, we'll go from there. But by the end of this episode, if I have time, I intend on watching some TikToks. So stick around if you guys want to watch that and laugh with me. All right, so let me see. All right, it looks like Brian Doran said, "Hey, Jay. What's going on, dude? Hello." Then Jared Sterling said, "I think I'm going to apply. I just have to spend some time working on the wording of my pitch." Hey, I totally get that. I obviously this is a shameless plug, but, definitely go check out this right here, the 4-step guide. I mean, that might help you. Maybe, maybe not. But I mean, I definitely have, a lot of tips in there, so if you want to pick my brain from the past that I put inside of a PDF, then definitely go check that out. Or you can watch, some of the videos I've been putting on my YouTube. I'm a horrible editor, so I admittedly know that they're all really bad videos. But they do have a lot of information in there, and it's the same information that I have in that PDF. So if you want something that's completely free, and you don't want to buy the PDF, you can just look at that. Again, you don't necessarily have to do that. All you really need is to follow the prompts. What's interesting. What's an interesting story and another interesting story that you can put together that will hopefully make every editor that's looking at it say to themselves, hey, I want to see more of this. And then hopefully from there you can just pass every other test or metric that we have. Like there's a lot that goes into this, and now that I know that we have right now at least 200 people, like I said, that have applied, and we still have like 7 more days. So I mean, it might be even more than that by the end of all this. So it's gonna be a lot. But all I'm trying to say is, when it comes to wording your pitch, just try to make it as interesting as possible. Simplicity is a good thing, because if it's clear, then you can hopefully say it in several different ways and it still means something. And the reason why I'm saying it like that is hopefully you're not like writing a paragraph when you're explaining this pitch. Hopefully you can do it in a sentence. Again, I talk about this inside the 4-step guide, so definitely go check that out. That might help you out. Brian Doran also says, I'm going to do Summer of Manga, but I'm not ready yet, so keep trying to get better at making comics and manga. Hey, man, I agree. If you don't think you're ready yet, then, there's always next year. This is a pretty awesome event. I'm very happy to be a part of Saturday AM and, them actually doing this, because, this is... I wish something like this was around when I was coming up in this entire industry, because I would have loved to have pitched something to get potentially inside of a magazine. Definitely to get an opportunity to be inside of Saturday AM Annual. This is Summer of Manga is a really cool event, and it's a lot. If you're not ready for it, there's a lot that goes into it. Like I said, there's deadlines. An editor who's above you, who's going to talk to you pretty much every week, is going to, tell you, hey, this part of your comic needs to change, or, whatever. And, a lot of artists, maybe not you, but a lot of artists have, egos, and, some people don't necessarily want to change what they have in their head. And it's admittedly, even as an artist with an ego, like it's difficult sometimes to just accept it and realize, hey, the person that's telling me this is actually trying to help me and trying to make, my story better. And, I say that to say is that that's just one aspect of this entire event. So if you don't think you're ready, then obviously, wait, come back next year. Hopefully next year we'll also have March Art Madness going on. I know we didn't do it this year because we've just been super busy, but yeah. All right. So anyway, let's get to it. This is Manic Manga. I'm looking at his page right now. Like I said earlier, I remember seeing this dude, earlier in the year. He came to North Carolina. And, it was cool. I don't remember him showing me any of his artwork. I remember we had, some type of draw session in a library. It was, a bunch of kids, and it was, Fred saying, hey, we're going to draw Spider-Man, and now you can draw anything related to Spider-Man. I don't necessarily remember what he drew. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think he drew anything, but I don't remember. But just looking at his artwork, especially this right here compared to his sketches, I really like the spot blacks. Obviously there's some things that need to change in terms of get better. But there's definitely a lot of personality in your art right now. I like his character design too. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I think this is going to be cool. So we're going to read the first comic. Hold on, let me... Still scrolling through to see if there's anything else. Okay, this is a coloring challenge. Also, for everybody that's, going to be watching this, I usually read the first comic... excuse me. I usually read the first... the latest comic that has been uploaded, because I assume that is your best work. As you get better, as you everything that you do, you get better and better and better. So I assume that the most recent work is your best work. However, a lot of people have asked me to, actually, they have not asked me. They've, gotten on me and said, hey, you didn't read their first chapters, so you can't say what you said about your own opinion and, all that. So, because of that, if there's a first chapter, I will read the first chapter, even if it's really, really old, unless you specify. However, again, this is another reason why I probably will be reacting to some videos in the future. But we're going to get into it. This is Pure White. Let me look at his first chapter as opposed to the fifth one. This one has 2.1k views, so we're gonna get into it real quick. So hold on. Does that look good right there? All right. Pure White. Again, I like his design a lot. I think that looks really cool. It reminds me of Gear 5th, actually. Just like kind of like. I mean, obviously, it's not in any way, shape, or form, but like it's, it's just the way that. I guess the hair is, like, it kind of reminds me of it. I don't know. It just kind of reminds me of it. Alright, let's get to it. Ever wonder why Icarus flew too close to the sun? There's only one answer. Freedom. Alright, I like this. It's cool. Right, a sudden burn and a bright light is all I could recall. Where am I? It was as if I were melting. Splat. As life left my body, new light entered. And all I saw when I woke up was pure white. The title. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna keep on going. I usually, for everybody that's been watching these, I usually, read everything through, and then I, comment on everything as a whole at the end, stopping only a few times throughout the entire chapter to, highlight certain, things that I see. So the first thing that I see when it comes to this page, I like the intro, everything that he's saying, it makes me interested in, finding out what's going to happen next, because, everybody, well, for the most part, everybody knows the Icarus story, and, I think that that's a really cool way of, just getting somebody's attention real quick. I will say that your panel layout probably could have, well, not even probably, it definitely could have been a lot better. Mainly with this, for example, because this is a drastic scene. His body is, melting away. You want that to be as clear as possible. You want that to, stand out. So, that would have been probably a panel that I would have had, be either the second biggest or the biggest. The only reason why I say the second biggest is because you have this panel on the same page where, you show his transformation, which, to be honest with you, this is the beginning of the comic, and I'm going to keep on reading, but what I would do, just to make this even more epic, let's say this is chapter 1, so, if all of this was in color, if this was on Shonen Jump, or, this was their debut, these pages would probably be in color, and then the first page would be in color, and then the second and third page would be like a splash page. So what I would have done is had all of this, everything up to this one page, all in one page, or, try to, just try to condense it, basically. So that way you can, maybe you cut out some things, or, what could you cut out? You could probably cut out, you could probably cut out this right here, because you see his, body melting right here. You can maybe make some of these panels smaller. I don't want to get into the weeds of it all, but basically what I would have done is had this be a big reveal. Maybe that would have been the splash page. Maybe there's some panels on the side if you wanted to, have more room, whatever. But that would have all been in color. That's what I would have done. That's just something that, is in my head. But so far so good. I like how this is, all going. So let's keep on going. A mere spark of my glory shall ignite your flame. A voice. Where is it coming from? As bright as I shine, you shall do the same. There it is again. Up there? Damn. It's so bright, I can't see a thing. I'm dead, aren't I? You're not dead, nor are you alive. Is it getting closer? You are my son, my chosen one, my angel. Now go. Boop. Or flop. Just poof. There you go. There's the F. There you go. I was making this. I don't know. I guess taking that sound effect, the flop and the poof, and putting them together. I'm tired, guys. I'm clearly tired, but wow, I like his outfit. I think this is cool. I really like his shoes, actually. For some reason, they look like they're farting, but I think it looks pretty cool. So, all right. Wait, I need answers. Please respond to my question. No reply. Is it getting colder or darker? I guess the voice is gone. Boop. Oh, okay. That's all it was. Okay. All right. Well, I remember, if I'm not mistaken, he did message me and ask me if I could read more than just one. And seeing as though that was so short, I'll read maybe another one real quick so that way we can expand upon this. But just initial thoughts. I mean, I like it so far. I think, I think it probably could have been a little bit more memorable, like not memorable, but just I think you could have elaborated a little bit more on his introduction. And just basically making it look more impressive. It was in such a small panel that you can't really add a lot of detail. You can't really, feel everything that he's feeling at the time. That's one of those pages that you should add, a lot of, emotion. His entire body just changed. I mean, he is now pure white. You want to show his facial expressions. You want to show all of that. So I truly think that, there's definitely some things that you could have done to have made, that, stand out a little bit better. But, for the most part, I thought it was pretty cool. So we're going to read this next one real quick. And then I'm going to read some comments. For whatever reason, my browser on my computer screen isn't working, but on my phone it is. So I will read that real quick. No! Sorry. I'm moving this real quick to my other screen. Okay. Alright, there you go. Alright, so this is the next chapter. Again, you can read Pure Whites using the links down below, so, definitely go check that out if you guys are interested. But let's go to it. Part 2, Alcoholic Anonymous. Pure White. Written and illustrated by Manga. I like this color page. I think, when it comes to perspective, that probably would have made it a lot better. But the concept in and of itself, I like this a lot. What I love doing, I haven't done this in a while, but I really probably will do this soon. Looking at my old artwork and then just redrawing it in my new style. Knowing everything I know now about perspective and details and all that other stuff. And this particular image would look phenomenal in the future when you revisit it. Because there's so many things that you can do. Like, you can add, more detail to the trees. You can maybe add some mountains in the background. The bricks and, the perspective of the stairs. Even his outfit. You can add more fruit and, stuff on his shirt. Anatomy-wise. There's a lot of stuff that, could be improved on. But the attempts at everything and also the way you have it structured looks really cool. So, yeah. But we're going to keep on going real quick. Let's go to the next one. All right. Light Campbell. All right. This is just, his character design. Previously on Pure Whites, after an astronaut named Ligwit flies into a dwarf star, for reasons we have yet to find out, a mysterious and divine being turns Ligwit into an angel for an unknown cause. What has happened to our hero, and will we finally find the answer he seeks? So, I'm glad that I continued reading, because I had no idea what his name was. It didn't say it, did it? I don't necessarily remember. But, again, maybe this is just, a really long chapter that you decided to break up into, smaller pieces. That's a possibility. So, we're going to keep on going. Also, looking at this really reminds me now, not of Gear 5th. I said Gear 5th because of, the Pure White aura and everything else. Luffy has that and all that. But this reminds me of Sage of the Six Paths, and like Naruto and stuff. So I think it looks cool, and I think that there's enough of a difference, but it does look very similar, so it might confuse somebody, or at least, make whoever's looking at this think about that instead of your own character that you're currently showing them. So that might be something that you want to, like, work on. Maybe give them a different outfit that, just is a little bit, just change a little bit differently, so that way it doesn't, have anything that resembles a different character. So that would be my advice in, regards to his character design. All right, cool. So this says nope, or something like that. Comes down. All right. Where am I? A train station? No. A subway? Is that Santa Claus? I need a baby. I need my baby. I need my honey. Excuse me? I always knew alcohol will kill me. Excuse me? Shoo, I've seen y'all bright people before. You know my wife left me recently. She says I drink too much. Dude, you're in the middle of a subway station. Drinking a bottle. Like, yes. It's like, clearly you drink too much. I didn't even like drinking as much as I liked her. I'm really in a hurry. He's just like, I can't listen to this, man. I'm sorry. 15 minutes later. No, really? Why would she do that? You're asking me? I think I'll quit. That's cool. So, do you mind telling me where I am? In my head? You still don't believe I'm real? I like this dialogue. I think that's pretty funny. It's pretty funny. If you're real, then why didn't you leave through the exit over there? I'm sure there's a street sign or something to tell you where you are. Oh, thanks, I guess. Clink. I think he's quitting. Or wait, maybe the bottle's just empty. Vroom. Alright, so, so far, what I would say is one thing that you should do, if you really want to improve, is divvy up your angles, your variations of, like, how you're depicting your characters in, their backgrounds. For instance, this is supposed to be a subway station. There's some details around, and if you really look at it, then, you can put the pieces together, especially once they say, hey, this is a subway station or a train station. But, you want to show, not tell. And one of the best ways to do that is to, zoom out, show everything, get reference and, draw from reference and show, the perspective of everything, show these characters and their relation to each other, to all the other pillars and all the other benches and all the other, maybe there's a lot of people inside of the train station. I don't know. You want to just add more detail so that way it feels like an actual place that they're in, as opposed to just, they're just there. Again, there's enough detail for you to put the pieces together, especially, like I said, after, they said it's a train station, but that would be my advice. Also, right here, this particular panel, that really threw me off with this tone in the background. Just initially, it threw me off. I eventually understood what I was looking at. But, when that happens, it throws the reader out of the experience of reading your comic. There are a few other times like that, like this panel, for example. I'm not really sure exactly what's happening. If I look at it more, I can see, okay, there's a lot of people. This is a crowd. And I guess this is Ligwit. But to be honest with you, this entire panel should have been, like, just redrawn. The perspective is kind of just warped. And I don't know. It's just really, like, difficult to place everything, like, to see everything immediately. And that's what you always want the reader to never have any trouble with. So, yeah, I would have I guess my advice would be whenever you're doing thumbnails, draw a few drafts of each panel. Maybe that way you can figure out different angles and different ways to depict what you're trying to show. All right, let's keep going. They can't see me. I guess I really am dead. But that old man. I've become a ghost. A wandering spirit. I hear whistling. Ding! Ish! What? Wait, what is that? I don't know what this is. I'm sorry, man. I smell blood. I thought I was dead. Sure, should I really be feeling this much pain? What was that? A doll? Alright, so that was the first two. Yeah, I think that, you definitely have a vision. I can see what I can assume what you're going for is like a character that is on a grand adventure and, they are, I don't know. I don't want to assume everything, obviously, because, I guess it's wrong to assume. But, what you have so far, I can see it going in an interesting direction, but so far out of the last 2 chapters that I read, it was just the introduction. When it comes to the artwork of it all, there are some things that definitely could be improved upon. But the more you draw this comic, or any variation of comics, or the more you draw in general, the better you're gonna get. So my advice to you is just to keep on going. You'll definitely get better with time. But overall, I thought this was a pretty fun comic. So if this is supposed to be an action-based series, then my advice would be to try to get into that a little bit quicker. If this entire thing was supposed to be an entire chapter just separated into a bunch of different parts, then I guess it kind of makes sense why I didn't see any action yet. But generally speaking, when there's the first chapter, you want to show, if it's an action series anyway, you want to show some type of action, so that way the reader can have some type of expectation, moving forward. So, but anyway, that was Manic Manga's series Pure White. We're gonna be reading some of these comments real quick. I'm gonna take a swig of water, and then after that, we're gonna get into the next comic. So, give me 1 second. Liquid IV. Delicious. I love it. There's this one that's like an energy liquid IV, and it really works. It gives me a lot of energy at night when I need to stay awake and get done with projects. So, very cool. Very awesome. So, but that's why it's green. So, just in case you guys are wondering why it looks that way. Alright, so let me read these comments real quick. Alright, Christian West says, sorry, the story name is The Awakened. I realized I never mentioned the name. Oh, okay, so Awakened is actually what Offline Manga's comic is called. Excuse me. I apologize. So yeah, Awakened. Maybe I'll change it inside of the listing whenever I get a chance to do that. Eminem Gaming. I just applied to the Summer of Manga. I've gotten the confidence this year to do it. Also, bought all 3 Hammer volumes, and I really got inspired from them. They were a great read. Well, first off, thank you very much. I'm always happy to know that somebody bought my books. So please leave a review. But also, I'm equally as happy to know that you enjoyed them. I'm even more happy actually. I'm always trying to just create the most entertaining story that I can. And when it comes to Hammer, it's this is a story that I've been working on for a very long time. And I finally gotten to this point, and I just want to make it as interesting and fun as possible. So it means a lot to hear that from you. So I really appreciate it. Everybody out there, go buy a book. You can actually get volume 2 and 3 autographed if you use the Talk Shop Live link in the description below. So keep that in mind. All right, Zuriel the Surreal says, "What's up from the land of the surreal?" What's going on, dude? This dude is cool. Every time he's in the chat, he always says, the land from the surreal. What's up from the land of surreal? So that's cool. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for joining us today. Jared Sterling says, haha, I think the videos are super helpful. If you're talking about my 4-step guide videos, I hope that people think that they're helpful. To be honest with you, I might reshoot them in the future. At some point, I might be doing something to, reshoot them, or maybe I'll make a skit around all of them. I actually made a skit that I haven't uploaded in a long time. I haven't uploaded any skits in a long time, but I made a skit specifically talking about how bad these videos are. it's like it's me making fun of me, but whatever. I appreciate it. If they're helping you, that's really cool. I really do appreciate that. Hopefully, for everybody out there that wants to learn more about making comics and all of that, stories and all of that, definitely go check that playlist out. I think it's the 4-step guide playlist. It should be inside of the description. But you can also check out this guide right here. It's $5, 40 pages, bunch of tips and tricks. So yeah. Jared Sterling also says, definitely, I think I have a cool story laid out already. I just need to figure out a way to convey it in a couple of sentences. Yes, that's the way to do it, man. If you can keep it short and simple, couple of sentences. I inside of this guide, it actually has like a page where it's kind of like you fill in the blank, and that one sentence would be the sentence that you would use. So that might help you if you want to check that out. But it's basically like blank wants to do blank because of blank. And yeah. So if you can, just write out a sentence that way, super simple, very easy. All right. I'm making a random short manga so that you can one day read it on a Friday. It's 12 pages. Oh, nice. Yeah, man, you should. That would be awesome. I think everybody, if you guys want me to read your comic, please send it to me. I really like doing these shows. Again, I have been thinking of other things that I can do to make this show pop a little bit more. Not only because I want to entertain you guys more, but also I, want to, have this entire thing be monetized. And the only way to do that is to have you guys, donate to me, which you are more than welcome to do whenever you want. All of the proceeds will be going to try to improve this show. But, there's also, I got to meet a certain amount of watch time. And unfortunately, I haven't done that yet. I need to do it before the end of this year. So, I think I can meet that because I already have more than 1,000 subscribers. But, yeah. So, all of that to say is I'm constantly thinking of, new ideas to make this particular show a lot more interesting. But I really like reading your comics. And, even though that might not be the most interesting thing for, like, the general public or for, most people, I think that the people that do like it, I really like hanging out with you guys and, having this, and I think this is fun. So, we're going to do this for, I guess, a little bit longer. I mean, like, hopefully it'll be for a lot longer, but, we'll definitely see how everything works out. But I did, like I said, want to try to, move towards, also reacting towards videos and stuff like that. So keep that in mind. But send it to me through DM, Instagram, or Twitter. If you guys want me to look at your comic, you can find me at Jeyodin. All right, Jared Sterling. I was glad you didn't read my first one personally. Well, hey, man. I mean, a lot of people ask me to read their comics, and I like to read their most recent work because I feel like that's your best foot forward. But there are also a lot of people that have opinions online that are like, hey, my opinion means that it's a fact, and because of this fact you are wrong. And then I get blasted because I decided to do exactly what I said I was gonna do. So I mean, I'm just gonna change up so that way you guys can not really be angry, and you guys can just enjoy this entire experience and take it for what it is, which is just a random Friday show where you get to see an artist laugh a lot and read some comics. So yeah, it's nothing super serious. Christian West says, also remember to go on the featured gallery so the pages go in order. LOL. Okay, awesome. That will be for offline manga. So I will be reading that after this comic. This is Jared Sterling's comic. We actually read chapter 1 of this. Hold on, let me move this up real quick. We actually read, not chapter 1, the last chapter. We read the last chapter a few weeks ago. A few live videos ago. So if you guys want to, see that, then definitely go check it out. I remember I kind of described his artwork like a mixture between Astro Boy and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I really like your art style. I think it's, a very cartoony JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is what I get. You definitely are getting better. I can see that, you're practicing. I like these pages. One thing that I like that you're doing this. One thing that I read recently, I bought, it's like the Shonen Jump book on like how to make manga, just to, see, get some more, knowledge and try to learn some other stuff. And one thing that they said inside of that book that I really agree with, that I think everybody that wants to get better at comic books should do, is redraw a page, from, your favorite manga. I actually have done this with a few pages. They're up there. I did this with some covers and other stuff. But, yeah, I mean, I think that, the goal when you do that is to actually draw it in their style as opposed to drawing it in your style. But if you draw it in their style, then you can, try to, like, see exactly how much went into it, how many cross-hatchings there were, how their eyes looked, how they're placing, like, their body language, their facial expressions, all of that. Like, it seems like this particular image was what you were trying to do. And, it looks very similar to what you would see Togashi, do. I mean, obviously Togashi's better, but I mean, that's just, what you would see. And I think that doing this is a very, very good way of practicing, just in general. Before I read like that inside of the Shonen Jump book, I thought that was a really good way. I, had did this, wow. So, I don't know. I think this is really cool. So, I commend you for, trying this out. I'm just watching. I remember the scene inside of Hunter x Hunter, so I'm just looking at it. All right. We're going to go to his comic now. This is Cyborg Vega. I remember in the last chapter, if I'm not mistaken, it was like a wrestling match of some sort. So we're going to see how that entire thing ended. All right. Read this way. All right, chapter 10. Thanks for reading this. Thanks for reading this. Wait, I'm sorry. Thanks for reading. This one took me a bit longer, so no consistent schedule yet, but I'll get there. I've been looking forward to making this one for a while, so I hope you enjoy it. All right, so let's do this. Mako! Static bang! Yeah! And then he falls. Okay. Dang. Oh, that's right. He had the Iron Man thing like on his chest. Okay, all right. That attack got him. What is his chest? So he had one too, huh? Geekang, he's getting up. Didn't expect a move like that from you. Nice one, Hayato. Mako, you have a Zio gear too. Wait, what? Okay, so I mean, I guess I definitely should have read a few of the chapters in the past to know, some of these terms. I assume Zyogir, which is something that I was about to ask, is like, these, extra added things. Like, I don't know what these spikes are on his arms, or, what this, I guess, tail or whatever. Like, I don't really know what is going on when it comes to their outfits. So, I mean, maybe that's what Zyogir is. Maybe Zyogir is actually, this thing on his chest now. So, we're going to find out. But, yeah. All right. Mako, you have a Zyogir too? What? How is he already standing? Oh, this? That's right, Vega. I've got one just like you. Oh, okay, so they all have that. Well, I mean, he does have a diamond on his head, so maybe that's... So is it just like mystical diamonds? Like, what is... I don't know what this is. Alright, we're gonna keep on going. Alright, I've got one just like you. I don't get it. If you have a Zyogir, why do you want to destroy Dr. Jones's creation? Like Geekang, I don't have mine by choice, Vega. Mine acts like an additional organ on my body. It pumps a substance through me significantly, increasing my body's capabilities. But it also reduces my lifespan. I don't have long to live, so I'm going to do everything I can to prevent Dr. Jones's creation from harming anyone else. Harming? Mako even? You think Dr. Jones's... There must be some reason he would... Vega, you don't realize even your Zyogear is... I can't believe my Static Bang didn't take him out. But he isn't going to make it through my ultimate attack. Take this! Electric cage! And they're just speeding around them, right? The substance my Zyogear pumps through my body is extremely shock absorbent. So I can store up energy in my body and see how you do this one. Yeah! Not this time. And he just jumps over her. I missed. Where did he? Crack. Somebody likes One Piece. Somebody likes One Piece. Hey man, I get it. I understand. When Sampo did that, what was it? The claw thing. Nice. All right. What? The entire stage? It's... And then she falls through. Mako has destroyed the entire arena. Contestant Hayato has been forced to the ground. Mako wins. Ha! I just had to make sure he hit the ground first. Mako is so strong. I'd worry more about myself if I were you. In case you didn't realize, your next match is against me. Dun dun dun. All right, cool. So, first off, I just want to say I like how your story is progressing. Obviously, when it comes to tournament type stories, not to say that they're simple, but it's simple in the way that there's an obvious progression. You just have that character fight whoever beat them, and then they move on. The complexity comes in when you're trying to, add more, backgrounds to make backstories, so that way the characters, feel more real and their conflicts against each other. There's a lot more tension whenever you can, build that up. So, with that said, I think that what you have right here is pretty cool. I feel as though maybe I'd be more invested into these characters. I'd know more of the terminology as well had I read, from chapter 1 as opposed to the last chapter, what was the last chapter? Chapter 9? This is chapter 10. So, I definitely recommend everybody who is invested in this story already, you can check out the link down below, and if you do that, then, you guys can, see all the terminology that I couldn't, understand. Zyogear is, I feel like it sounds weird enough to where I will remember it, but, I mean, I just didn't know what it was. Obviously you explain it, it's this diamond looking thing, and it's, pumping. I like this, explanation, this is pretty cool. Basically, I would say the thing that you should improve upon the most is your artwork. That's not to say that it's bad, but, I mean, there are definitely things that, if you improved upon it, it would make it look tremendously better. And the first two things would be anatomy and perspective. And this particular page is, perfect example of that. You have a basic grasp of anatomy. I mean, I understand what the characters are doing. I can understand, that this is a more dynamic pose than, what they were doing currently, or before that, I mean. You understand the depth of it all as well. Like, obviously this person is, above them. I can see that. I think if you worked more with, like the thickness of the lines and stuff, like maybe if his lines were a little bit thicker, then it probably would have looked a little bit better. But again, this is more of a nitpicky thing at this point. I think what you have, works for, the type of story that you're currently telling right now. And the more you draw, the better you're going to get. But, if you focus more on backgrounds, then you'll definitely see more improvement for sure. So yeah, but good chapter. I'm glad that you explained this Iron Man thing. I think it looks cool how it also kind of resembles this thing as well. So maybe there's a hint right there. Maybe that's the person that he was talking about, it being not maybe it not being voluntary or whatever. So I don't know. I think it's pretty cool. For everybody out there that wants to read this, you can do so right now. Check out the links down below. That was Jared Sterling. Let me get out of that. That was Jared Sterling. You can check out his comic and also his page. All of those links, like I said, are down below. I'm going to be reading some of these comments real quick. Are there any more comments? Hold on. Looks like there's only one more comment, which says... Oh, wait, hold on, no. Sorry, I don't know. This thing is not like updating as fast as it needs to. Okay, alright, so Jared says, thanks, man. I practice every day. And then he says, LOL, Zyrogear is the equipment on the other two. Oh, okay, alright. So Zyrogear is like that. Okay, got you. Yeah, you got it. Appreciate the advice. Awesome sauce. I think that, what you were doing, with your comic, I like it so far. I think if you just keep on, expanding upon it, it'll get better and better, and, you'll just have more and more, to learn from. Maybe something that maybe there's a storyline that you tell that you really enjoyed, and then you think to yourself, you know what? Maybe I should work on a different story now that I've learned all of these techniques. Going through this story, and I don't know. Like I just look at this as a learning experience as well as also just something fun to do. And I think if you do that, then you'll definitely improve a lot faster. But yeah, I really hope that helped. Your comment said that it did, so I appreciate it. All right. This is Offline Comics. I am on his page right now, and I can clearly see that this dude loves Chainsaw Man, as well as also Deddy Doodad. I assume you like Deddy Doodad. Or do you know who Arunas is? Arunas is this Lithuanian manga artist that now works with Saturday AM. And if you go to his page, he has a lot of these types of images. It's like two colors. If I'm not mistaken, he had an image exactly like this. And as you can see, the backgrounds, I assume that these backgrounds are like digitally created, and then you add your own flair to it. I'm not sure if that's the case or not, but that's what it looks like. I think if that's the case, kudos to you, because they look really good, the backgrounds. I think your figure drawings need some improvement, definitely with anatomy. Like for instance, this obviously this is the fan art for Chainsaw Man, but I mean you can definitely still use it excuse me, as an example of like how you need to get better at anatomy. Like his arm right here is really, really long. I'm not really sure exactly. Yeah, I mean, maybe it's just a quick sketch that you're doing. Like I don't really know, but I like the sketchiness of your style. I think that's pretty cool. I've started to see more and more artists that have sketchy art lines, and like to be honest with you, I thought about doing a comic, like super sketchy a few years ago. It was like either right when Chainsaw Man just came out or like right before. It was around that time, but yeah, I mean, I think if you can make this style work for you and it still looks sketchy and professional and good and clear and understandable, then you should do it, because you probably would be able to draw a lot faster. Unfortunately, I don't think are there yet. For instance, the anatomy on this is way off. But I mean, I can definitely tell that you're attempting more things, and I think that's a good idea. This looks really cool. I assume this is all, yeah, obviously this is traditional. So I mean, maybe you draw better traditionally as opposed to digitally. I don't know. But I think that you definitely have talent for sure. This is just a matter of drawing more so you can get better. There was a comic. What was it called? Oh my god! I'm trying to think. This panel reminded me of it. Just the line art of it all. Like, what was it called? It was like a vampire comic. It was like a horror comic. I forgot what it was, but all of that to say is, like, I can see that you have influences, and you'll definitely get better the more you draw. So my advice is either what I said earlier in the show, which is maybe take a page from your favorite author or manga artist and redraw it, and see exactly how long it takes. See exactly all the details, strokes, and all of that. You'll get a lot better. So I think that would be a really good exercise for you. But we're gonna go to your DeviantArt page. I'm gonna go to gallery. Hold on, he said in gallery, right? Go on the featured gallery, so the pages go in order. All right, featured gallery. Featured gallery. Okay, featured. 87. Okay, so all of these pages are going to be in order. And the next page. I think it starts right here, if I'm not mistaken. All right, read left to right. Let's do this. The Awakened, Chapter 5. A Fear Itself. Story by Offline. Again, I want to say I've seen this image, or at least like an image like this that Arunas has done. I assume a lot of different manga artists have done images like this, so like it's not like a knock or saying that you can't do something like this. But my advice would be to try to figure out I don't know, maybe just different ways to depict it. Different angles, or I don't know, just something else to make it not seem as repeatable. Because I know for a fact I've seen this same angle a bunch of different times, and I don't know, it's just me, but that might help you in the future if you just think outside the box, just to stand out a little bit more. But I like the red. This definitely paints a certain emotion, going into this, especially also the way you wrote The Awakened and all of this other stuff. So let's do it. Trigger warning: this work of fiction contains gore, violence, bullying, foul language, and occult concepts. Reader discretion is advised. All right, everybody that's watching this on YouTube right now, heads up. This is a trigger warning. You don't have to watch this video if you don't want to. I intend on, breaking these videos up, so that's why I'm saying this. But yeah, just heads up. September 19th, 2016, 0909 Eastern Standard Time. Maria Concalves, a student at Redacted High School, takes part in an occult practice in the 4th floor bathroom with fellow classmates, Redacted and Redacted. Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody. Maria is unable to utter the last chant. Meh. Is it... What? What the crap? Hold on. I think that was the end of this one page, so I gotta go to the next one. Okay. September 19th, 2018, 0909 Eastern Standard Time. Maria loses consciousness for the first time. 090902. Maria becomes an awakened. 2 years pass? Somebody, please, help me. Maria wanders the hallway until stumbling into a classroom. The 3/5 THS compromise was in... Help me. Huh? Maria? What's wrong with her? Why is she talking to herself? Damn bitch. Ever heard of a tampon? Jeez, that's all. Oh my god. Oh god. Okay, alright, first off, let me just say, if that was the result of a period explosion, I feel really bad for this lady. That's one. Two, I mean, she probably needs to go to the hospital. Like, that is insane. Like, I mean, she has blood on her sweater. Guys, I'm not sure if you have a significant other in your life, but whenever you do, you'll understand that periods don't work that way. So, I mean, just, like, oh my god. Hilarious how... This is just a hilarious statement. Alright. Where am I? And then everybody's laughing at her. Hey, stop it. Please stop. I don't feel so good. Huh? Remember? Wait, who? Do you remember your name? My name? It's actually... Wait, I can't remember. What is it? Huff, huff, or hee hee. What? Come on. Why are you messing with me? Just say my name. You're really worrying us, Maria. Wait, why won't you say it? Do you want to know? What is it? I want to know. Know what? She's freaking me out. What do you want to know? It's simple. It's simple. What do I have to do to... Let me... Maria? September 19th, 2018, 0914. Maria's awakened self-manifests. Oh! Alright, hold on. Ooh. Offline manga, I highly recommend, maybe looking into webtoons or, even Instagram, just, I don't know, just something, it might make it a little bit easier to, A, get discovered, because, unfortunately, DeviantArt is, a relic of the past now, and also, I think that, it would be easier to showcase your artwork as well. Yeah, maybe. Who knows? That's just me talking. Where did everyone go? Are you still in there, Maria? We're all gonna die! In 2.5 seconds, she killed everybody. Holy crap. Jeez. Oh man, this is gory. Jeez, oh my god. Oh my god. She pulled this dude's neck. Oh my god. His spleen? Not spleen, his spine. Oh my god. Oh man. September 19th, 2018, 091856. 2 agents from the Supernatural Hunter Division arrive at the scene. I like that card. Alright. To be continued. Was that it? And then it says, hope you enjoyed. This is going to be a mini-series test drive for a really big story I have planned. Stay tuned. Alright. Was there anything else, or was that it? I think. Oh, okay. It looks like there's some more. What time is it? Alright, I can keep on going. Alright, let's do it. I assume that was just the first comic, so let me talk about that real quick. Yeah, this is, okay, so this is chapter 1. I think the one that we were reading was chapter 5, so, okay, so based off the artwork, hold on, let me go back. I'm not going to read this one. I'm going to, just go off of this, talk about the artwork and all that, and then I'm actually going to react to a few videos. I have a TikTok compilation saved, so we'll look at that right after I'm done talking about all this. And if you guys want to stick around and laugh with me, then you can do that. If not, then you can, I guess, leave. But let me talk about this real quick. All right, so first off, just based off of the artwork, I say this a lot to a lot of people, that you should vary up your angles and all of that. This is just something that I like to do. I know that there are a lot of other comics, like Chainsaw Man, for example. I mean, he or the person that writes or draws that, like they use a lot of the same angles, and it works for their art style. I mean, their art style is a very uniformed, sketchy, like, just, I don't know, masterpiece. But like, just the way they do it is also very clear as well. Hold on. I was reading a few chapters of Chainsaw Man actually recently, and the way that person draws the quiet moments, as well as also the big epic moments. Like, there's an art language that they're very adept at, and I think when people try to emulate it, it's very obvious. I know, for instance, Arunas, the guy that did Deadly Do Dead, he did this one comic called I'm Going North or something like that, or North Blue, or I don't know. It's on Saturday AM's app. You can read it for free. But you could clearly see that he had a lot of inspiration from the Chainsaw Man creator, his storytelling techniques and all that. And I see the same type of influence inside of this comic. If I'm not mistaken, there was a particular image in Chainsaw Man that kind of resembles this. I think that what you have right now is definitely a good start. You have a good grasp of what you want to do. I think these backgrounds look really cool. I'm not sure if you're drawing them yourself, or if you're getting reference and then drawing them, or if you're just making them digital and then adding your own flair. I have no idea, but I think that when you do draw backgrounds, or at least on those pages, they look really good. These repeatable panels, again, that's just something that it's a very stylistic choice that the guy that did Chainsaw Man does. So I understand why that's very appealing. I feel like they do it a lot better. They have a lot more detail. The way they have the anatomy and their line art, even if it's sketchy, it's still very uniform. And I feel like that's what you want to do. You just haven't gotten there yet. So I would just keep on practicing, because eventually you'll reach it if you don't give up. A lot of these hatch marks, there's a easier, not necessarily easier, but there's a more uniformed way to do that, to where it still looks the way you want it to look, as well as also it not being too overbearing to see what's actually going on. Like, for instance, like reading this entire comic, I get what was happening, for the most part, but it was still kind of like difficult to follow. This isn't your typical story that's like, hey, this person goes to the store and then they go buy milk, and then because they bought the milk, there's a kid that has that milk, and now they have to fight that kid to go buy that milk. And then, they finally beat that kid, and now they're trying to buy this milk, but then they realize they have no money, and then, I don't know. Like, it's not a story that's like point A to point B to point C to point D, and it's not linear. or at least that's not how it came off to me. You know, or in the very beginning anyway, you know, there was a jump. Like for instance, this page, you know, the page before that was, what did it say? Like September 19th, 2016. And then, you know, you blink and it's 2018. So I assume maybe you were doing this to show that maybe she had become, you know, the Bloody Mary. You know, she was, I guess, sucked into the mirror right here, and she comes out in 2018. I don't know. Like, you know, these are certain questions that pop up in my head. You know, I guess maybe it's, you know, up for interpretation. Maybe that's why it's, you know, super artsy and it looks this way. Maybe it's supposed to, you know, make you want to question things like that. But I don't know. I mean, you know, I definitely would see, yeah, like I like this image a lot as well. Like there's a lot of detail. I mean, it's kind of difficult to see everything that's going on. You know, for instance, if you look right here, you can see that, like, the background is, like, going through her head. So, I mean, you know, there are certain things that I would try to watch out for whenever you are just, you know, depicting your pages. But, yeah, you know, I don't really have much to say about this other than what I've already said, I guess. I mean, you know, I think overall it was a, you know, pretty interesting comic. You know, I think horror comics are very difficult to actually, you know, pull off, mainly because, I mean, in order to do horror right, it has to be very detailed. You have to, you know, be able to be a master at, you know, the page turn, you know, jump scares and stuff like that. Sound effects are very important. You know, there's a lot of things that you have to keep in mind when you do horror comics. Junji Ito, the creator of Uzumaki and a bunch of other horror comics, you know, I think that he would be definitely a good role model to, you know, model your work after if you're trying to do a horror comic or horror manga in the future. But yeah, that was Offline Manga. You can read his comic on DeviantArt, and also check out his Instagram by using the links down below in the description. I'm going to read some of these comments real quick, and then I'm going to look at this TikTok. We're going to react to it together, so give me a second. Also, if you guys are here, please like this video. You know, it'll, you know, hopefully help out with the algorithm, and that way I can hopefully get more people involved with this. Hold on, where are you? There you are. All right, cool. So we're gonna get to these questions. All right, Zuriel the Surreal says, looking back on my art on Instagram, the manga pages that I did do look quite sketchy, even though I inked it out, then scanned it in. Yeah, you know, whenever you actually do work traditionally, and then you scan it in, there's always that, like, just translating it to make it digital, like, there's always something that makes it a little bit grainy, or at least that's what it was for me. And also, on top of that, you know, depending on how well you erase all of the pencil marks, I mean, you know, sometimes those pencil marks will show up inside of, you know, whenever you know, scan it. This is why people use blue pencil, because you can actually, you know, move the levels, and the blue pencil can erase and become white. So, like, that's the reason why people usually use blue pencil, and then you ink over the blue pencil, if you're doing it traditionally. But yeah, you know, it's really difficult to, you know, keep everything looking extremely pristine if you're drawing just traditionally. That's not to say it's not possible. Obviously, it's possible. It's just there's a lot of things that are involved. And now that we live in this age where you can do it digitally, personally, I think that you should, because it's just the easiest route. I mean, you know, in the long run, it's cheaper. If you're drawing thumbnails, for example, I talk about this inside of my 4-step guide, but you can draw a thumbnail and then blow that thumbnail up and then ink on that thumbnail, skipping the entire pencil stage. I mean, there's a lot of things you could do if you draw it digitally. You can also add backgrounds the way this person did. So, yeah, just food for thought. Christian West says, I do a mix of everything, LOL. Yeah, I can see that. Rich Strawn, I'm not sure if I said your name right. He says, also, Fujitoro attended an art... Oh, wait, hold on. Sorry, not Fujimoto. Attend an art school of Tokyo, IIRC. He has hold on. He has been taught the fundamentals very well. What? Also, Fujimoto attend an art school of Tokyo, IIRC. He has been taught the fundamentals very well. Very strong foundation. All right. Not sure what that's in regards to. I apologize. Cool beans. Christian West says, thanks for reading. That was actually my first chapter I drew. After that, I started drawing traditional sketches and practice. That's kind of improved my art. Yes, I'd always highly recommend, sketching. You should sketch every day. Somebody told me a long time ago that it takes 1,000 bad sketches before you have your first good one. So the more you sketch, the more bad sketches will come out, and then you'll just improve the better, the more you do it. So, yeah. Very cool. All right. So it looks like it is roughly 5:20, 5:17. I'm going to get out of this, and we're going to look at some TikToks. I have this. It says, when you're stupid. I think this would be pretty funny, so we're going to get into it. Hey, hold on. All right, let's do this. If you guys want me to react to something, let me know. You can put it in the comments. This video is 10 minutes long, so I'm probably just going to be laughing a lot. But, I mean, maybe I'll stop and say something. We'll see what happens. But I thought this would be pretty cool. I've been wanting to do some reaction videos, and, we're going to test it out today. So let's do it. Yeah, if I did that to a wine glass, I think my wife would just look at me like, what are you doing? Oh, God.
My little brother is never going to get married. Okay, so do you ever want to get married?
No.
Why?
Because you're my sister.
No.
Oh, God. What do you do?
Oh, no.
Oh, that's a bad day.
Is he blind? Wow, I thought, bro, I think I'm really going to hell because I thought this nigga was dancing to my music, but he is blind.
That's hilarious. Alright. Oh, God. Oh. Ooh, that sucks. That's horrible. Oh, my God. Why'd you open your window? Like, see, I don't know. Like, a lot of people do. I don't know. Maybe there was a bee or something. Ugh. Alright. It's gotta be freezing. And that's gotta suck. Oh my God. Jeez. Oh my God. threw that thing all the way to the... Oh my god! Jeez, man! This is, oof. Gosh.
Who had the cake, the blue cake? Huh? Who did? Who had it? You didn't have no blue cake? No. You didn't have no blue cake at all? No. Okay.
John, get out. You're an idiot.
I better stop this.
Could you imagine Mike Tyson from the past meeting Mike Tyson from today? It'd be an interesting conversation. Oh. Jeez.
Daddy, can you pass me the salt, please?
Daddy.
No glass. No glass.
She walks with so much confidence. Jeez. I'm not gonna lie, that looks really fun. It looks very difficult too. Obviously, it doesn't have to be alcohol; it could be something else. But oh my god, jeez! That dude's like, let me get away from this chaos.
بالكون لشون شلون ما خليك الشغل بوه ولا
Oh my god.
You want to win the costume contest or not?
Is it disrespectful if your boyfriend likes other girls' bikini pictures?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Disrespectful?
Yeah. Totally disrespectful.
Okay. Do you post bikini pictures?
Oh yeah, of course.
Is that not disrespectful to him?
Wait, no.
Why is it? Why not?
No,
But
no,
why?
it's not.
Why?
Got him.
It's just different.
What do you mean it's different?
It's just different.
Okay.
Wait, I'm female and he's male, so it's different. Because I'm a woman and he's a man, so it's different.
I'm so sorry.
Tic-tac-toe. Oh snap, he's going against the computer? What happened?
It was so painful.
Oh, her eyebrows. That's what happened. Okay.
Stop fighting! Look, we have to we got smoothies and ice cream to put on our eyebrows because they hurt so She looks like a stripper. Oh, can't wait to see you tomorrow, Teresa. Bye.
Oh, God. Dude, you just saw him. What's wrong with you? Ow.
Ja, lass mal jucken.
Oh shit. This can't be good. Can I get a...
That's really funny.
Oh my God! We got that, a double whammy.
That dude's hands look so dirty. Oh my God. What? What was the point of that? What? Alright, well, there you go, guys. That was that was me reacting to a bunch of random videos. You know, if you guys... Oh, sorry. If you guys have any videos that you want me to react to, then please put them in the comments. I'm going to try to read these comments real quick, and then I might be calling it quits early today, just because I'm, you know, still watching my dogs. I have two dogs, a German Shepherd Black Lab mix, and also a Chocolate Lab mix, and I love them, but, you know, they don't like being in their crates for too long. They've been in their crates now for about an hour and a half, and I can already hear them kind of barking. So, you know, maybe I can do this for another 30 minutes, maybe not. We'll see what happens, but I'm going to try to read these comments real quick, and then... Alright, so it looks like everybody's just laughing, saying hello, hello, laugh, laugh, laugh. Alright, awesome sauce. Please put a like on this video if you guys are enjoying this content. You know, also, for everybody out there that, you know, missed my earlier announcements, definitely go to the Saturday AM website if you guys are interested in Summer of Manga. You guys can pitch us your story so that way we can, you know, hopefully see it. There's like 200 plus submissions so far. So, I mean, you know, try to make it as interesting and memorable as possible. You know, I actually talk about a lot of the techniques about pitching a story and all of that inside of my 4-step guide. You can buy one. You can buy that right now. It's a 40-page PDF. It doesn't really have a lot of images and comic book pages and stuff like that, which I probably will add some just to, like, you know, modify it and make it a little bit better of a product. But as of right now, it's 40 pages of a bunch of tips and tricks that I have, you know, come up with over my past, you know, 13 plus years of drawing comics. So if you guys want to learn more about it, then please go check that out. The link is in the description below. You can also check out these creation cards. You know, it's 10... it's a PDF file of 10 pages, and you guys can cut out these cards and ask your questions like, who does this character look up to and why? What's another one? What makes this character laugh? This is a good one. There's a bunch of these in there. How would this character deal with this situation? Your character is guaranteed to die. They are falling from the sky and are going to hit the ground in a matter of minutes. Do they look up at the sky as they fall, or do they look at the ground? Why? So yeah, there's just 80 different cards. I'm actually making a bunch of TikToks. I recorded a lot of stuff last night. I'm obviously I gotta put them all together, but it's gonna take a while before I can start posting them. But I made essentially a TikTok for every single one of these. So if you guys want to wait for that, you know, maybe that'll help you in your journey of creating a character. You can wait for that and then I guess take notes, or you can go right now and buy this for $5, and you'll have that PDF that you can, you know, reprint whenever you want to create a new character. And again, that might help you when it comes to Summer of Manga. You know, this, I think you only have 7 more days. I think on the 28th is the last day that we're going to be taking submission. So keep that in mind. Yeah, I think that was it. Definitely go check out our books at Walmart if you haven't already. You know, they're also at Barnes & Noble, Books A Million, Amazon, a bunch of different places, 31 different countries. So if you wanted to support me as well as also Saturday AM, this would be a great way to do it. Thank you all for, you know, watching this. I truly appreciate it. You guys rock. You know, please, on your way out, put a like on this video. But I am going to call it quits for today. The last thing I want to say, like I said, I'm trying to figure out a way to make this show a little more interesting. But I also want to, you know, like whenever I break up a lot of these videos, some people, you know, whenever I make like the thumbnail and stuff, people are like, hey, that's mean because of X, Y, and Z. And I've already explained that this is just my opinion and I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just trying to give you my advice and be blunt when I do it. However, I think if I start doing, you know, more video reactions, you know, maybe that'll be, you know, really cool as well. So that's why I want to try to do that. But whenever I start doing that, that's probably when I'll break up those videos and start repurposing them on my YouTube channel like I have been with this show. How I'll normally just take, you know, one live, you know, and then just break that up into like 3 or 4 videos or however many. But, yeah, you know, I kind of want to do that with, you know, me reacting to other videos as opposed to, you know, me just doing just comics. I might still do comics, but I'm just, you know, as of right now, I'm only going to do this for a little bit longer just to see exactly how much more I can go with this. I would like to keep on doing it because I think that a lot of, you know, my fans, like, you know, like you guys, like you enjoy this, and I enjoyed, you know, making voices and reading, you know, comics and telling you guys my advice. But at the same time, you know, I also don't want to get attacked online. No, so like, we'll see what happens. But if you guys want to, you know, send me your comic in a DM, you can do that on Twitter or Instagram, and you can also, if you want to see me react to a video, you can send me a video link as well, and I'll put you on the list, and, you know, we can all deal with that. But thanks again for, you know, everything. I really appreciate it. You guys rock super, super much. I really appreciate you all. So I hope you enjoy. Deuces.